here at Boston Pizza in Owen Sound, and a very special guest, Adam Jones, is here with us today. Adam, welcome to Grey County Life.
Thanks for having me.
All right, now I'll tell you why Adam is here. As you can see, this amazing trophy sitting here behind us. This is the Mann Cup. The Mann Cup is awarded to the senior lacrosse men's champion of Canada, and it's been around since 1910. Adam, who is currently a member of the Toronto Rock of the National Lacrosse League, won this trophy this past summer with the Peterborough Lakers. Adam, let's hear about that experience.
It was awesome. You know, as you said, this is a pretty iconic trophy when it comes to lacrosse, and some say it's the hardest trophy to win. So, you know, it has a lot of history, and some of my relatives have been lucky enough to win it. I think the last time it was in Owen Sound was in 1950. So, to be able to bring it back and have some, you know, younger kids come and take pictures with it and see it was, you know, that's something that I wish I would have had a chance to do when I was younger. So, you know, I'm hoping to share this with Owen Sound for a week or so, and you know, enjoy some of the efforts that I put towards winning it, and letting family hang out and see it and stuff will mean a lot. So I'm just excited I can be here and share this with friends, family, and Owen Sound.
And as you said, well, I played lacrosse growing up, and I always saw it as being basically the holy grail of lacrosse trophies. It really is. And like you said prior to taping, it is one of the toughest trophies to win because you have to go through 3 best-of-7 series, and that can really, as you said, take its toll on your body and that in tough series such as that.
Yeah, and I mean the summer league is a lot different than the NLL, where there's not as much. There's less penalties called in the summer, so the defense is allowed to get away with a lot more. So, you know, by the end of the bar series, I think we were all pretty beat up, and people are taking different anti-inflammatories, and I don't know if we had one healthy player on the floor.
Wow.
It's nice though, because when you win, you look around and people can't walk and change, and they can see the sacrifices.
You know you've left.
So you know you left everything out on the field and or on the floor, and
yeah.
So it kind of makes it worthwhile. So you know, if it was easy, it wouldn't be as nice to win it. So, and it was a battle all year. So
definitely have to work for it. Your team was down. Peterborough was down 2-0 early in that series, but came back and won the series 4-2. So
yeah.
At least you didn't have to play a game 7.
No, we're lucky, and yeah. So I was able to have my parents come out, and then when I knew we had game 6 on the Friday, I booked my wife a flight too. So it was nice to have my family there when the clock was winding down, and able to celebrate with us for a couple of days and at West. So it was a good time, and I was lucky to be able to pick this up today and bring it back.
Perfect, awesome. So, and a lot of history with this team. Your last name is Jones, but you have that strong Khazarian bloodline going, and anybody with the last name Khazarian or related to, expected to be very good lacrosse players, and you definitely fit that bill. So this is the first time in 67 years that the Mann Cup has been in Owen Sound. In 1950, the Owen Sound Crescents won this trophy, and your grandfather, Harry Khazarian, was a member of that team.
Yeah, I mean, on the Saturday after we won, or the Friday night after we won, at about midnight or so, I was looking at all the teams that won it, and I happened to notice the Owen Sound Crescents in 1950, where my grandpa was able to win it. And you know, my uncle Pete Khazarian, he won it in 1995 with the Six Nation Chiefs, and then my dad won it in 1978 for Peterborough. They were called the Red Oaks back then. So for me to win it at the same team that my dad won it was extra special. After he won the game, I just lifted it above my head and I look over, my dad has some yellow jersey on. I look over and it's his Red Oaks jersey. He didn't tell me he packed it because he didn't want to jinx me, but when we were holding it up and taking pictures, he just had his Peterborough Red Oaks shirt on, which is pretty nice. So
it's fantastic, extra special, as you say, that the strong family connection there with winning this trophy. And as I said, I was telling you before in my research that the team in 1950 actually beat New Westminster. They played New Westminster in the final, beat them, as did your Peterborough team this year. I wasn't sure what year your dad had played, so I couldn't find that out. Does he remember?
Oh, he remembers. Yep, it was game 7 against, I believe, the Victoria Shamrocks. So
Victoria Shamrocks.
And he was able to win it. You know, with the same team. That's pretty cool. So he was actually able to win the Mann Cup and the Field Lacrosse World Championships in the same year. So we kind of have that similar, you know, those conversations we have about. We've been able to be grateful enough to win both of those things. So. So he was always bugging me about how he had one of these and I didn't, so now I get to rub it in a little bit. And said I told you I'd get one at some time. So
I think it's such a fantastic. There is a picture, and you see it on Facebook. And when I first saw it, I thought it was amazing. The picture of you and your dad holding the trophy up together, and that had to be a special moment for you.
yeah, I don't know who was happier, him or myself, but
Well, you see the look on his face, just
yeah,
you know the smile he has on his face in that picture. And I related to your story when you were traded from Saskatchewan to Toronto. And I mentioned to your dad at the arena, I said to him, I said, your boy's coming home. And the smile on his face was exactly the same as the smile on his face in that picture. So,
yeah,
you know,
that's the good thing about, my family, like cousins and everyone in Owen Sound, friends, and especially my family have always been super supportive. And my mom and dad come to tons of games. Driving to Peterborough from Owen Sound, a 4-hour hike there, plus a game, plus 4-hour hike back. My dad came with me to probably 8 games this year, just because he knew that I was driving by myself and was worried about me being tired, and offered to drive to Peterborough from Orangeville and would drive me down so I could sleep and stuff. So, when we were able to win it, a lot of my gratitude went towards some of the sacrifices that they made to help me, right? Because that drive's awful. My wife's then would drive down to Peterborough with me. My mom would come down, just because they know that it's just such a battle to drive down there, play, and drive home. So,
but they were so used to it from the time you were probably being that your last name, you're in the Kazarian family. You're born with a stick in your hand, right? So they're used to doing that travel with you all those years. So it was nothing for them to make that trip to Peterborough, as you said. But that family support is
huge.
You can't buy that.
They've flown out to Denver. They're up there for my first ever NLL game. They flew out to the whole Mann Cup, and then like I said, my wife was able to fly out on the Wednesday and catch the Friday game when we won and stuff. So it would have been nice if my sister could make it out, but she couldn't. So she was in Iceland, so I'm sure she doesn't care too much. But yeah, so the support goes a long way, and I think that's something that I remember when we won, and all my success usually goes back to how much support I've had at home, because Owen Sound's not an easy place to get around. So
perfect. Okay, let's. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So let's talk about today's event here at Boston Beach. This is Saturday. This will be airing on Wednesday. But looking for donations to go towards the St. Mary's. You coach the St. Mary's field lacrosse team?
Yeah. So we're looking for donations just towards Owen Sound lacrosse in general, the St. Mary's High School, and also the Senior B North Stars lacrosse team. The goal is just to have it as an informal kind of event. If kids who are lacrosse fans or play lacrosse in Owen Sound want to come and take a picture and hang out and say hi, that's good too. So we're just trying to get some some funds for our lacrosse team, because it's hard to get funds from other places. So other than that, really, it's more about just people coming to see the trophy and enjoying it.
Fantastic. Okay. Great, Adam. Thank you so much for doing this, and congratulations on this cup. And I hope to get down to the Toronto Rock, get down to the ACC, and see the Toronto Rock play this coming winter.
Sounds good.